Hello and welcome to another live coaching video. So this is a video about stop apologising, feeling guilty, and stop parent shaming. At the end of the day, I am a mum of a 7-year-old, and I always support his well-being. But I've seen people who have used kids to emotionally blackmail another parent, to emotionally blackmail friends who are parents. And parenting is, a challenge, and part of life coaching is to stop feeling like you have to apologise all the time, because at the end of the day it's not that. Sometimes in relationships, and I've seen it, where people have used kids as a way of point scoring against another parent to manipulate, and that is a common trait of a person who wants to use a child to manipulate another adult, and it's wrong. I am working now with Childline because I'm doing a child safety course, and I've set up a website called the Archangels Network, and it's to help support kids who have experienced abuse and bullying, because it can affect a person's confidence later on in life, and it can make you doubt yourself all the time, and it is not right for another adult to use a child to manipulate another adult, and this can happen a lot because if you're in I've done a video about toxic relationships, and toxic relationships are basically those who go out of their way to make you feel like shit, and make you feel like you're everything you're doing is wrong. And that is not the case, No one should ever make you feel like you're not worthy of happiness, that you're not worthy of success in your life, and that you're not worth, supporting, I would never ever use my child to blackmail or to manipulate or to bully another adult or to abuse another adult, because it's not even something that would be in my vocabulary. It would, at the end of the day, you can't, I living back with, with family, and it has been a challenge. It's been a massive challenge, a bit of a struggle at times, but at the end of the day, I am not going to be made to feel guilty, because it isn't about the child, it's about the adults that are using that child to blackmail you, and that is wrong. No one should blackmail another adult or make another adult feel guilty, and it's not actually about the child, it's about the adult. They are the ones who are And they've done it, haven't they? You know, they just want you to be shit because they're shit. They just want you to feel like scum and make you feel like you're not worth. You're not worth. The crap on their shoe. You know, and I'm not going to be made to feel guilty by anyone. I have been guilt tripped a lot, and I do not deserve that at all. I do not deserve to be made to feel like crap just because of their own misery. No one has a right to make anyone feel like everything they do is wrong, and it is absolutely disgraceful to use a child to do it. It is wrong. It's bullying, it's abuse, and it's vicious, and they know that they're doing it because it makes them feel like they're making a point. I do not exclude anybody. I do not treat anybody like dirt, because I believe in you should treat those how you wish to be treated, and that is something that I stick by. I've supported friends who have gone on to have good jobs, and I've absolutely was proud of what they were doing, and you know, those who actually went out their way to do a degree, you know, and I've never not supported. Yes, I was a bit angry when my mum and dad first got divorced, and I tried to stay away from it, but I knew I had to deal with it at some point, and I did, and I went into a depression. I stopped eating, and I had an eating disorder. And I'm not doing this because I want people to feel sorry for me. It's because I want people to see that no one has the right to use a child to make another adult feel like crap. Because that is bullying, it's abuse, and it's just making them look worse. And it's not making me be any closer to them, it's actually pushing me further away. And I am due to be moving soon, and I cannot wait, because of the fact they are just doing it to point school and play games. I don't play games. I've never played games. I always have been supportive. Sometimes I've been angry, but you know, I never once ever begrudged them of what they wanted to do or what they wanted to become. And they've done it. They've done it again, where they just want you to feel like shit. Well, I'm not having it anymore, and I am going to report it soon, and I am going to stop it from happening, because no one deserves to be victimised, abused or bullied, because the fact that you're not keeping away from the child, you're keeping away from them, because they are just using everything they can to get at you. Now, yes, I do have mental health problems, and even that apparently was wrong, that I was helping people with mental health issues. How is that doing wrong? At the end of the day, no one, you know, has the right to use mental health or someone's mental health to patronise and to make you feel like you're not, that you've got, that you're not, that you're not responsible enough. Yes, I bloody am. I am bloody responsible, but I am not going to be manipulated or given emotional blackmail by people who just want to make you feel like crap. I would never do that to anybody, ever, and they know it. They know that I would never treat another human being like they are doing. And the people may be laughing, and I don't care, because they are just shallow, they are just spiteful, and it does not make me want to be near them any, they're not making me want to be near them, by doing that. Is actually making me see that I do not want any relationship with those people ever again. I do not want them in my life. No, I do not want them in my child. And I am very angry because they keep doing it and they know it's wrong, and I would never do that to another parent or a family member. I would never treat anyone the way some people treat, other parents. I've seen it on Instagram where people are showing images of them breastfeeding, and they're not really showing that much. They're just showing, that they, this is what they do and what being a parent can be like, and they show it because, it is a way of bonding, and I don't see it as parent shaming. They're just showing that, their life as a parent, but it's not always a bed of roses. But no one should, people need to stop guilt tripping and shaming other adults, on social media, verbally, in the street, and I've seen that before. No one should ever make another human being feel like crap because they want to put on they want to push their insecurities onto you. And I'm fed up of it now. I'm fed up of adult shaming. I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it on Facebook, Instagram. Just be kind to people. And stop manipulating and twisting it as if they are the ones that are guilty. And I am not guilty. I'm not guilty at all. Yes, I did have mental health problems and I have throughout my life. But it should never be put against you, ever. And there's a reason why you are having those mental health issues. And yes, I at one point thought that you can't blame another adult for somebody else's mental health, but actually you can, because there are people who will use it to soul destroy you, emotionally blackmail, to patronise, and to make you feel like everything you're doing is wrong. And that is bullying, that's abuse, and that's victimisation. And victimisation is now, thankfully, against the law. And no one should be using children. And I think that's the lowest of the low when they do it, because then that they're passing a boundary that should not be crossed, and it's making them look even more guilty of abuse and bullying by continually having a pop at you because you're staying away not from your child but from them, because they are just making you feel like everything you're doing is wrong, and no one should be doing that, because it's absolutely disgusting when they pass their nastiness and twist it onto you. They're the ones that are nasty, not you. And I would never parent shame. I've learned so much in the last 7 years that I've ever learned in the whole of my life, and that is that people will go out of their way to just be mean and nasty, and that is wrong. I've seen it so much now on YouTube, and why do I watch it then and share things on Instagram? Because of the fact that they can be used for positive things. They can. But people need to just stop guilt tripping and parent shaming, because it's hard enough. We as parents should all be working together, to protect our kids because of predators online, and we should be able to come and go as we please without people being judgmental and using it as a way of hitting out to you because of their own nasty personality, characteristics. And all I see is that they're cowards, and it does not make me want to love them again. In fact, I don't love. There's lots of people now that I once thought were full of love, but they're not, and it's been a massive lesson, and and people probably think that I'm still not there. I am there now. I'm in a place where I'm very sure of myself, and I'm fed up of people just trying to demolish another human being because they've got no life of their own or feel like they've had no life of their own. That ain't my fault, and I love my son, and I don't like it when people use children, because I think it's like the lowest you can go to try and attack someone, and it doesn't make me any closer to them. It actually has made me want to get further and further away, and I do not want to have a relationship with anybody from now on being toxic, and I am not going to move out of here. I am not going to be forced out like I was before, but I am going to be moving back to a place I love, which is in London. I will be going back to the place I used to love going on holiday to, and that's Clacton, and I do not want toxic people in my life anymore, and to make me feel like shit because of their own viciousness and their cowardly behaviour. So I'm sorry that this was a bit personal, but just so sick of seeing people. I love YouTube, and even that was wrong, but I'm not using it in a way where I'm not compulsively watching it. I'm watching it because I find a lot of people who are the same as me, trying to do something that's different that no one else has done. And that then gets, thrown at you. But at the end of the day, no one. I mean, I've never. I had a friend who worked for the BBC, and I loved that, because it was great to hear about, new programmes that they were working on, and then I had another girl who, worked in a bar, and I've always been supportive of everybody, when I felt that I was getting begrudging, I would say to myself, no, don't do that, because do I want them to be miserable? No, I don't. Do I want them to not have a life? No, yes, I do want them to have a life, because everybody deserves that, and no one should be apologising for that, or made to feel guilty, or be manipulated, because it is absolutely disgraceful. And I just can't believe that I actually thought that people, born would never be born to be nasty, but I actually see that there are actually people on this earth who have no good in their body, and they're just a way to be human. They're just a shell, and that's it, and that's how I want to see them now. They're just a shell with nothing in it, and that's why they are, why they do the things they do, and it's not doing them any favours, it's just making them look, even worse, and just makes me be further away, and I don't want to be near any more toxic people, because I am not going to be brought down by people like that, because why should I? Why the fuck should I? And I'm probably, they're going to moan about this because of me swearing, but you can see, when you come across people who are toxic, it makes you want to swear, and they're hypocrites, they're hypocrites, and they just want to shame people, and they just need to be shut down. And I do think there needs to be a stronger law, especially on social media, on that, because I've seen it where it's just, I mean, I don't really go on Facebook now. I might have a look at it just to see if it's someone's birthday, or just keep up with that. But I don't spend time on, and even Twitter. And if I see a negative comment, I don't even, I just bypass it, because it's not worth the words that that is saying. And why I am someone who wants to help people through my work, because the way that it's helped me, I've got a really good community now of really good people, and I know that things are going to be changing, and I can't wait. And those who want to be toxic is fine, but that does not make me want to be closer to them. It's actually pushing me further away, to the point where I don't want to ever have them in my life again, because they're not worth the time or the energy. And I just I don't even want to breathe near them, so yes, sorry that these videos may be a little bit, heart-wrenching, but I want to make them real, and I hope that it comes across that way, and if you are someone who's experienced victimization and bullying and abuse, and you want to get in contact with me, then you're more than welcome. And what I am going to do is set up an email, which is that is for victims, that people can't get into, So anyway, yeah, happy Saturday. But I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.